At the box score, you guys only gave up 10 points. You had multiple takeaways. But how smooth do you feel it went executing a new defense with a new defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I think always, there's that transition process, obviously at the start of the game with the first probably 2 or 3 drives. But I think once we settled in and knew that they couldn't run the ball on us and it was going to be really relied on the outside guys winning, everyone knew the game plan. So, I think Hitch's defense is very good, and that's only a little sneak peek of what's going to come. So.
And the other guy to come up with a pick, Tyler Brown, just what's it like to see a younger guy in the safety room just make the impact that he did?
He's awesome. He's taken a big step on his maturity and how he looks at the game, and what he's done over the offseason has just been awesome. And even Chase Regan on punt today, all safeties had takeaways today. Can we just, for the record there? But he's done a great job. He asked me, Kurt, Kai, everyone questions in the room, and he wants to get better every single day. So he's done a great job.
Well, kind of going off that, Kai with his interception as well. He's senior, the only guy on the team that played against Weber State last time. So what was it like just seeing him late in the game getting his first career pick?
His vision is terrible. He should have scored. No, but he's done a heck of a job. He knows his role on the team, and he's played it perfectly. To see him get that interception was awesome. I was the first one to run down there. I know he's kind of upset that he didn't score, but just getting a takeaway in the first place is awesome.
You guys as a defense, you had held them under 100 yards of total offense until into the fourth quarter. What were you guys seeing that just allowed you to capitalize on that?
Yeah, what we saw on film is everything that they gave us, honestly. They went to the run game first, and once you stop that, you try to spit it out on the outside, and once that's not working, you try to take shots. And when those shots aren't working, then what do you do? So I thought we played really well up front, and, obviously some of those penalties, whatever, we got to clean stuff up, obviously. But I think it's a great first showing for us, and there's more to come. So.
Last year, a little bit of a common thing, maybe towards the end, when you get that early lead, maybe a little letting up tonight on a defensive standpoint, kind of felt like the intensity was there every down. What did you see from a defensive standpoint just with that intensity each down, despite the score?
Yeah, just an urgency coming out of halftime. We talked about halftime. Obviously, we were up 28-10 at halftime, I think. It's, put your neck on their throat and don't let them breathe. So Hitch gave us that message at halftime, and I think it showed in the second half, but you can't let up on anybody in Division I, so that's what we tried to do.
When Alonza goes down and leads the team down, opening touchdown, does that give you all like an emotional lift on the sideline?
Yeah, it's awesome whenever the offense scores, and we know we're going to get a stop right back so we can give it back to them, but it's all just a momentum thing, and once offense scores, we know we're going to go back out there and hopefully get a 3 and out and try to get them the ball as fast as possible. But it's great to see him back out there, and what he did tonight was awesome. Our offense is going to be electric this year, so it's excited to see it. So,
I guess we asked about everybody's interception except your own, but almost like a right place at the right time with it coming off the deflection. How did that one feel to just get it out of the air and get running a little bit?
Yeah, it felt awesome. Tyler Brown had great coverage on that, so it gave me an opportunity to obviously get the pick. We're not going to talk about my speed at the end. I got tackled by offensive linemen, but it's okay. Another takeaway, and all the takeaways came from the safeties today, so can't be too mad about that. But I got to give it to Tyler Brown. He gave me the opportunity, so it's great.
What was your head when you went out there for that first series, just being back out in front of the fans and being able to play and just being healthy?
I mean, I was just extremely grateful. When the injury first occurred and standing on that 15-yard line, walking off, a bunch of thoughts going through your head, stuff like that. And to just be in the position where I am now, that's something I pray for, nightly. God listened, he extended his graces and mercies to me. And, I was just extremely grateful for that opportunity.
What's it like getting used to an offense where, when at least in this game, there are 2 quarterbacks coming in?
It's a little different, but going into the game is something that I knew would happen, and so I trust the coaches in their decision.
I'm curious, too, with you coming back from your injury, kind of at the front end of that timetable, usually you're playing without your brace. Was that one that you were kind of looking at the coaches and the athletic training staff being like, hey, if I can, let me go without it?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to Tyler about it. Obviously, I did my due diligence before just going out there and winging it. Practiced without it for about a week before. It just feels way more comfortable, way more natural.
You and Sluka tonight exchanging, plays, even going in and out on during drives together. How has that balance kind of been with you guys so far?
I mean, it's a 1-2 punch. It causes the defense to game plan and prepare for both, whatever you have to do for this team to win.
You had 6 different receivers that had caught a pass before the end of the first quarter. What have you seen out of that room that has kind of helped that game grow so far this year?
I mean, it's like we talked about, at the media days. Everybody's a Swiss Army knife. And you see as we get deeper and later into those drives, not only are the offensive linemen coming out, but a whole new fresh receiving core is coming out, and those guys all have the ability to make an X play. So it makes my job easy.
What have you seen from Mikey Scott to come in first college game and lead you guys in receiving yards?
Yeah, I'm proud of him. He's gonna learn from that fumble. We told him he's gonna have to put 2 on it, but that kid's special. Just coming out here like that, no nerves, catching the ball and getting rack after. So he's gonna be a good one for sure.
I know I asked you about this a couple weeks ago, but just the theme during camp and how it was we're ahead of schedule, we're so far along in camp, and then you guys get off to the fast start tonight. Do you think that's a direct correlation?
Yeah, that's a direct correlation, obviously. Sputtered a little bit into the first half, heading into the second half, but it's something that's going to come. First game of the season, so still have some kinks and stuff to work out, but we're far along, like I said.
How good was Wayne Knight tonight?
Oh, yeah, Wayne was good. I'm glad he broke that when he didn't get caught like Southern Miss. I always give him a little bit of crap for that, but yeah, our running back room is dangerous.
You mentioned the offense kind of sputtering there a little bit toward the end of the first half and in the second half. What did you guys do to correct that issue and get kind of going again with Wayne's touchdown run and then JC scoring late?
I mean, everything that we messed up on, it was in our hands. That's the fortunate part about the mistakes that we made. It's all stuff that's controllable. Holding penalty here, holding penalty here, missed block there, whatever, me not making a read or a check. So it's all in our control and in our hands, so I'm excited about that.
What's it like to just, along with yourself, see the safety room make so many contributions with the takeaways tonight?
Crazy. We talked about it at our team dinner, and just to see what we talked about actually happen, it's crazy. I love seeing those guys win because I see how hard they work. It was a good feeling.
Coach Chesney talked a lot about how competitive this preseason camp was and how fast everything kind of moved along. How do you feel like that kind of affected the intensity that you guys played with tonight?
Because we were ready. I feel as though being a part of that camp, competing against the offense, how we did, it helped us just be more prepared for this game tonight.
How much of an energy boost is it when you guys, get that 3 and out to start the game and then watch the offense go down the field and put the points on the board?
It goes to show that everything that we work for in camp is paying off. So it's just all right, now we got a fast start. Now let's keep going.
You guys held them. It was until the early into the fourth quarter that they finally crossed over 100 yards of total offense. And JT said that it was a lot of what you guys had seen on film that helped you for this game. What were some of those things that you guys were prepared for and able to capitalize on?
A lot of their run plays, a lot of route concepts that we were going to get, and majority screen. Literally a lot of their run plays. I'm talking to JT. I'm he's literally coming back right till you be ready for it. So it was just going out there and being prepared. Our coaches did a great job with that this week, just preparing us. It wasn't too much that we went out there and just haven't seen. We were prepared and ready for it.
I know I just asked you about the entire safety room, but how did you feel about that pick that you got?
Honestly, since it was my first one, I'm in awe. Really, did I really just catch this? I couldn't believe it for a second until I got to the sideline and I'm having fun with my teammates. I'm okay. But, yeah, it was fun.
What did you see on that play? With it being your first pick, was it something you kind of analyzed the whole way, or was it all of a sudden the ball is in your hands?
So my read, I believe it was man coverage. I'm in the post. So I'm just really reading the quarterback, playing it slow, making sure he don't look me off and come back to the boundary. So I see him scoot up in the pocket. That's really a tell as I was watching the film as he was about to throw the ball. So my eyes went to the receiver. I seen the ball in the air, and I'm now I got to catch it. That was just the thought process.
As a younger guy, where have you seen yourself kind of grow and develop the most to be able to come out tonight and have the performance that you did?
The biggest thing for me was being coachable and being able to take what I did wrong and fixing it. That's been, like, for me in camp, like, my biggest progress, I would say. Like, being able to take something that someone else did wrong, it doesn't even have to be me, but look at it, learn from it, and then execute it when it's my turn to do it.
JT talked a little bit about having a new defensive coordinator and playing in a different defense. You kind of have an adjustment period at the beginning of that first game. Did you feel that at all? Did you feel you guys kind of had to settle into the defense with it being your first actual in-game experience with it?
I would say no. I feel like we were brought into it like we believe in our DC 100%. We believe in our coaches 100%. So when they put us out there to execute the plays that they call, I don't have no doubt in my mind that this is the play that we should be calling.
What is it about this safety room? When you look at it, you have the interception, JT has an interception, Kai has an interception, Chase has the punt block. What is it about this group that makes you guys these game changers?
It starts with the head guy, Coach DeMike. He instills it in us, like, no matter what goes on tonight, we have to work hard. No matter what goes on, our effort have to show up. And that's just every day. So now, like, seeing it pay off in front of all the fans is amazing because I know, like I said, I know how hard those guys work. I know how much they put into it. So just seeing it pay off and seeing those guys make plays, like chasing my roommate. Last night we were literally just talking about it. I told him he was going to have a day. He told me that I was going to catch a pick, which is crazy. But it's just those conversations where it's not just about football, but like we're actually genuinely close. Like, so it's fun. And not only for me, like, even if I have a good or a bad game and one of them does something good, like I'm more proud of them than myself because I see how hard they work for it.
Just talking a little bit about how towards the middle of the game, like start of the second half, the offense struggled to get some points on the board after that field goal. How did you see that 59-yard touchdown kind of boost the sideline, kind of boost morale?
Yeah, I mean, every time the offense out there, we have an immense amount of confidence. And, we talked about it last year, just being able to finish games. And like you mentioned, in that third quarter, we had a little bit of a drought. And, that was going to be the spark that we needed, to finish that game and just, break that stigma that we put on ourselves last year. So that's going to be huge for us.
I know it ended up getting called back, but I did ask Coach about your kickoff return and kind of what makes you special in that play. And he said that you have no fear. You will run full speed at someone even if they are running full speed at you. Where does that mentality come from in your game?
That's just what the game's about. We preach about it all the time, just being able to do those kind of things and, be selfish for your teammates. Just have that mentality when you step onto the field. At any moment this game could be taken away from you. So, I just go out there with everything I have and I just try to do what's best for the team.
Just talking about not being selfish for your teammates, the carries were pretty split tonight. Everybody in the running back room and quarterback room as well made a contribution on the ground. Can you just talk a little bit about how deep this running attack is?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that can go, and at every position. I know you mentioned running back and quarterback, but, we got a lot of guys that can go everywhere. And, that's going to be big for us, in this long season that we're about to take. It's going to be a huge testament to how much success we have. There's no drop-off from the first guy to the second guy to the third guy. That's just going to be huge for us in this long playoff run that we're going to make.
When it slowed down for you guys a little bit in the middle portion of the game and you weren't maybe getting as many first downs as you would like, what adjustments did you guys make that allowed you guys to end this game as strong as you did?
Just staying connected as a team. We preach about it, just being able to stay connected and get touches. We're doing this for each other at the end of the day. It's a team game. We're going to need all 11 people on the field at one time. So just being able, get touches, get some energy flowing, get some juices going and around the offense. And, that was a huge testament to us.
How have the guys in that running back room, how have you all pushed each other into becoming, improving and getting better just because there's a lot of talented guys in that room, it just seems?
Yeah, I think just the nature of competition at the end of the day, everybody wants to play. Everyone wants to be on the field. And, throughout the summer, we're pushing each other because at the end of the day, we're close friends, outside of football. And that's huge for us in the running back room. So, just being able to push each other every single day in the summer and the training, we want everybody to eat and we want everyone to have success in this game. So, that's a huge testament to, why we are and how there's no drop-off in that room.
You've been teammates now with Zoe for several years, but what's it like seeing what he went through over the last 9 months to go out on the field tonight and both of you guys look over and you're starting alongside him?
Yeah, we know it before. He's just a warrior. He's not going to let anything get in front of him and anything get in front of the goals he want to accomplish. And, he had a setback last year. That didn't stop him to where he's going to be and where he's going to lead his team to. Throughout the whole entire process, he's on it. He's there. He's getting extra hours. He's getting working. And, that's just a huge testament of why he was able to play on the field today and play well.
Coach mentioned your guys' FCS game last year, and you didn't have the fast start that you all would have wanted. What do you think it was about tonight and the preparation that you guys have had over the last several weeks that allowed you to get that quick start?
Coach Chesney, he harped about it. This is one of the best camps that we've been a part of. They did a great job of recruiting a lot of guys who had experience and who's been there before. And I feel like that really showed on tonight's game, just being able to, just play fast at the end of the day. It's game one. Mistakes are going to be made. What can you do? Speed to the next play. Speed to the next play. That's what we preach all the time. So, some of that older guys and the leadership that we have was definitely a huge testament to why we were able to start fast tonight.